Hello everyone and welcome to Medford Anywhere Learning TV. We're glad you're tuned in. We want to give a shout out to our friends at Southern Oregon PBS, KTVL, KDRV, and the Dove Network. Thank you for hosting us on your station. In the Medford School District, we have one shared vision, and that we believe that all are learning, and learning is for all. And what better place to do that than right here on Medford Anywhere Learning TV.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Britt from the Learning Loft Preschool at Kid Time Children's Museum, and I am so excited to see you today. We've really been missing you, and I think we're gonna have a really fun day because I'm in the best mood. I'm having the best day ever. I woke up and it was sunny outside, and I had pancakes for breakfast, and when I went outside, I walked down to my sidewalk and I found a lucky penny. It's just been the best day ever.
Hey, Britt.
Oh, hi, Teacher Connor. How you doing?
I've been better. Today's not going well. I woke up and I had this kink in my back from sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. I got up and I tied my shoes and all the laces broke. And then I went to start the car and the car wouldn't start. And then I was like, oh, I forgot to have my breakfast. So I went back inside to have oatmeal, and there wasn't any oatmeal left except for the really old kind. It was the one without cinnamon. I can't have oatmeal without cinnamon in it.
Oh, wow.
It's been a rough day.
Yeah, it sounds like you're having a really, really hard day.
Yeah.
But I still think you're a pretty great person.
No, can't be.
No, I do. I think even though you're having a bad day, that you're still really smart and funny and cool, and you know a ton about ninjas.
Really?
Yeah, and everyone has bad days sometimes. I have a friend, Alexander, and a friend, Leonardo, and they both have bad days sometimes. It's okay to have a bad day.
I bet you superheroes don't have bad days.
Oh, Teacher Connor, they totally have bad days.
They do?
Yeah. You don't know this?
No.
Yes. Wait, you guys know that, right? Yeah, superheroes have bad days all the time.
Prove it.
Fine, I have a book that's called Superheroes Have Bad Days, and I could read it if we want.
That sounds like a great idea.
Should we read it? All right, let's do it. Are you ready, Teacher Connor?
Yeah.
Okay, it's called Even Superheroes Have Bad Days, and I'm super excited to read this book.
Me too. I'm excited to listen to it. Should we try a super high five before you read it?
Oh, totally. Oh.
Right, we're 6 feet apart.
Can't high five. All right, should we read it? All right, here we go. Even Superheroes Have Bad Days by Shelley Becker, illustrated by Ida Caban. Oh my goodness, look at this first picture with all of these different types of heroes. Let's check it out. When superheroes don't get their way, when they're sad, when they're mad, when they have a bad day. They could use superpowers to kick, punch, and pound. They could shriek. They could screech with an ear-piercing sound. They could crush wooden crates and bend metal gates. They could throw trucks and buses across several states. They could knock over buildings like towers of blocks and crumble the streets into rubble and rocks. Wow, look at him. He's punching right through that building. They could use laser eyes to ignite forest fires or fling boomerangs to deflate the town's tires. But upset superheroes have all sorts of choices. Instead of destruction and loud, livid voices, they burn angry steam off with speed of light hiking or super extreme outer space mountain biking. They race to the rescue of people in need and delight in the joy of a super good deed. They hatch super plans to help banish world sadness, building fabulous theme parks for giggles and gladness. They chase wanted bad guys with supercharged zing, dragging hundreds to jail while police dance and sing. They track down and tame super menacing beasts and transform pity parties to victory feasts. But displeased superheroes who don't feel serene could have super temptation to cause a bad scene. Does he look frustrated and angry and even kind of mad, like how Teacher Connor was feeling? They could blast icy blizzards on hot afternoons or walloping twisters and monster typhoons. They could spin super webs, super far, super sticky, and tangle up towns with their silk super icky. They could rotate the planet and mess up world time, or sit back and relax while the world fills with crime. When superheroes don't get their way, when they're sad, when they're mad, when they've had a bad day, they could super rampage. They could, but they don't, because real superheroes just wouldn't. They won't. Instead, they dig down to their super best part, the super strong powers contained in their heart, and using their talents as true heroes should, they battle the urge to do harm, though they could. They acknowledge their sorrow, their anger, their pain, as they wait for their super emotions to wane. It's okay if they frown. It's okay if they sigh. It's okay if they slump down and cry. But when they get up and get on with their day, saving the world in the most important super way.
Wow, that was a really interesting book. It kind of showed that, even though my day was kind of having a rough start and there were some things that I didn't like happening, like my car not starting and my shoelaces breaking, I have some choices to make. I could throw a tantrum and walk in here like I did and kind of frumph and pumph around, or I could try to make the best of it.
Yeah, and it's okay to be sad and mad and angry and frustrated. Totally
I am all
fine.
of those things.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. But you could also choose to maybe take a deep breath and maybe pretend to play superheroes with me.
Ooh. Well, I do that. I read. Okay, so the book was good, and I'm feeling a little better. But I mean, I'm still a little stiff from sleeping on the wrong side of my bed. I'm not sure if I'm really up to it.
But you want to play?
I would love to play superheroes.
So maybe if I brought you a friend who was an expert on superhero stretching, then we could play superheroes?
You have a friend who's an expert on superhero stretches?
I do. I'm really excited to introduce you to him. He's so great at getting you limber and ready to play superhero.
Let's do it.
And we could teach our friends.
That'd be awesome too.
Whoa. Oh, hello, friends. Teacher Zayton here, superhero trainer from Kid Time, and today we're going to do some superhero stretching. All right, friends, we're going to get started with some stretching. We're going to put our hands way up tall, reaching up for the sky, trying to fly. And if we can't quite fly, we're going to go ahead and bend down low and touch our toes. Oh, there they go. Feels so nice. All right. Go ahead and put your body out, making your body into a star. And we're going to wiggle one of our arms, it could be an arm of your choosing, all the way across your body, reaching down to touch your toe on the opposite side. And then once you got that, go ahead and go back up into that star shape. We're going to do it on the other side, and we'll move our arm all the way across our body, reaching down to touch our other toe. All right, that felt nice. All right, now we're going to work on using our different types of breath. The first breath is going to be our ice breath. We're going to cool this place down. So the way the ice breath works is we breathe in through our mouth and we breathe out through our nose. Ooh, I can feel it getting colder. Let's try that one more time. In through your mouth and out through your nose. Oh, that feels nice. Now we're going to turn it around. This time we're going to use our fire breath. And the way our fire breath works is we breathe in through our nose and out through your mouth. But when you breathe out through your mouth, you got to make a fire breath sound. And mine sounds like this. It is definitely getting hot in here now. All right, friends, now we're going to test out our fine motor skills using our Spider-Man stretches. If you don't know how to do the Spider-Man stretch, you take your middle fingers, the two right there, you touch them to your palms. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to stretch this side and give a spider web over here, and stretch this side, give a spider web over here, and we're going to pull our body in different directions. Oh, it feels so nice. And then gently let your body down. We're going to fill this room up with webs. This is where it gets very interesting. For this one, you need a nice wide stance because we're going to do the Hulk stretch. You ready? Here we go. I need you to show me your big Hulk muscles. Oh. Now you've got a very important job coming up. You've got to show me your best Hulk growl. And mine sounds like this. Oh, that is the Hulk stretch. All right, friends. This time we're going to do a little bit of running. We're going to do the flash dash. See how fast you can run. Here we go. On your mark. Get set. Go. Oh, one lap around the world. Oh, it takes it out of you. Oh, did you make it, friends? I bet you did. All right, friends, we're going to finish up with my favorite, the Doctor Strange pose. Go ahead and sit down on the ground. Get your legs crisscross applesauce, kind of like I am right here. Put your hands up in the most calming position you can think of. Close your eyes and start taking some slow, deep breaths. You might even feel your body getting light, almost lighter than air.
Whew. All right. No, I feel limbered up. I feel ready to be a superhero. I think I'm ready to do this. I know what superhero I'm going to be. What superhero are you going to be?
Oh, I'm so excited. I am going to be Batman.
Oh, that's a good one. Batman's a good one. I'm going to be a firefighter. Yeah, I'm going to wear a firefighter hat, maybe have the outfit in one of those tanks. They're kind of heavy, so I got to get used to it. The stretches really helped out with that. I can go up ladders. I can put out fires.
No, Teacher Connor, we're playing superhero.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's try this again. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I think I'll pick a different one. I'm going to be Superman.
Oh, that's a good one. Superman can fly and has those laser beam eyes. Okay, I got to pick something that can compete with that. I know exactly what superhero I'll be.
The Flash?
Close. I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to help patients out, I'm going to work inside of a hospital, take care of sick people. It'll be great.
Teacher Connor, I don't think you're understanding the game I want to play. I want to play superheroes.
Yeah. And we're both listing superheroes. I'm just listing everyday superheroes.
I don't know if I understand.
Okay, so you know those superheroes that you listed? The ones that can fly or are super fast?
Yes.
Those are great superheroes, but they don't really exist in real life.
I've been told.
But the superheroes that I listed, like nurses and firefighters, and even my friend who's a ER doctor, Dr. Welder, they are real-life superheroes.
You know a real life superhero?
Yeah. We talk all the time. She's pretty awesome. Oh, sorry, hold on a second. I'm getting a video call. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's actually Dr. Welder.
A real life superhero's on the phone?
Yeah. Should we put her on?
Yes, I want my friends and I want to meet her.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on one second. Let me just go ahead and put this here so everybody can see it.
This is so exciting, you guys.
Hi, I'm Alicia, and I'm a doctor. What kind of doctor am I, Ella?
Emergency.
That's right. That means I work in the emergency room, and I see all kinds of different alleys and all kinds of different emergencies. Have you ever been to the emergency room, Ella?
Yeah,
What did you go for?
my foot got hurt.
Your foot got hurt. Was it a little bit scary?
Yeah,
A little bit. Sometimes the emergency room can be really loud, and that can make it a little bit scary, but there are all kinds of doctors and nurses there to help you feel better. Sometimes we have to use different tools to look at different alleys, like this. What's this called?
a stethoscope.
A stethoscope. That's a really big word, but that just means we're listening to your lungs to make sure they sound okay, or your heart to hear it beat. Sometimes we might need to use a tool like this. This helps to look inside your ears to see if there's any alleys in there. Does it hurt, Bella?
No,
No, but it can tickle a little bit. Sometimes if you fall down, you might hurt your leg or your arm, and we have to use a bandage to make your arm or leg feel better, or sometimes you might have to take some medicine to feel better. How does the medicine taste, Elle?
some of them taste bad, and some of it tastes good.
Yeah, some of them taste okay. I love being a doctor because I get to take care of all kinds of different alleys and all kinds of different people, from little kids all the way up to grandmas and grandpas. What kind of doctor do you want to be, Ella?
Baby.
A doctor that takes care of babies. That's awesome. Thank you so much for having us. Bye-bye.
Wow, Teacher Connor, thank you so much for introducing me to Dr. Welder. That was so cool.
Yeah, she's a pretty cool person. Now that we've seen some different superheroes, I have a very important question for you.
Yeah?
You ready?
Yeah.
Which superhero do you want to be?
Oh, I've been thinking about this. I'm really excited.
Let's hear it.
Okay, I want to be a ninja, a professional colorologist, an astronaut, a xylophone player, a private investigator, a therapist, a dolphin trainer, a deep sea diver, a teacher, a paleontologist / cook, ER doctor, and an animal masseuse all in one.
Okay, cool. I actually have a book on that.
Oh, okay, can we read it?
Yeah. All right, everybody. This next book is by my favorite musician of all time, Weird Al Yankovic. And it is called When I Grow Up. I waited so long for the hours to pass, but soon it was noon there in Mrs. Krupp's class. And Thursday at noon, as I'm sure you know well, is the time of the week when we do show and tell. And this week, the subject, so special to me, was when I grow up, what am I gonna be? That's something I'd really been thinking about. And I just couldn't wait to let all those thoughts out. So when Mrs. Krupp said, "Who's ready to share?" you can guess who was there with his hand in the air. I raised both my hands just as high as they'd go, and I bounced up and down, and then, what do you know? Well, Mrs. Krupp picked me, yes, me, to go first. Oh, I was so happy, I thought I would burst. I proudly stood up and began my oration concerning my choice for my future vocation. Ahem. Esteemed friends and colleagues and dear Mrs. Krupp, I know what I'm going to be when I grow up. Why, I'll be the greatest chef you've ever seen. The world will go crazy for my hot cuisine. I'll tantalize taste buds with my rigatoni, sautéed with black truffles and pickled bologna, surrounded by kumquats and candied pig's feet, topped with shrimp-flavored lollipops. Bon appetit! My walls will be filled with awards that I've gotten for toast on a stick and Twinkies au gratin. My kitchen will be the most famous in France, so make reservations 12 years in advance. There's no doubt about it. I'm certain you see. A world-renowned chef is what I'm going to be. That's very nice, Billy, sweet Mrs. Krupp said. Who wants to be next? Maybe Susie or Fred? I said, hold the phone now. I haven't departed. Hold on to your seats, 'cause I'm just getting started. See? Maybe instead I could be a snail trainer. Man, that would be awesome. Why, that's a no-brainer. I'll teach all my snails to do really neat tricks. They'll play dead, roll over, and even fetch sticks. Of course, all the sticks will come back 2 years later, but working with snails, I mean, what could be greater? They'll do any stunt that I like. Holy moly, I'll train them to pedal a bike really slowly. Then ooze, through a huge ring of fire, and crawl at a snail's pace across the high wire. Then finish by writing my name with their trails. That's right, I'll be Billy, the master of snails. Or else maybe I'll be the lathe operator who makes the hydraulic torque wrench calibrator, which fine-tunes the wrench that's specifically made to retighten the nuts on the lateral blade that's directly beneath the main radial sockets inside cooling systems on X-14 rockets. And since this profession's as cool as can be, well, who would be better to do it than me? Say, here's an idea. Perhaps just for laughs, I might make a living by milking giraffes. It's oh so cliche to get milk from a cow, and I bet all those cows need a break anyhow. Imagine me milking way up in the air. I'd use a tall ladder instead of a chair. What? Milking giraffes? Mrs. Krupp said. Oh, please. I countered, how else could we make giraffe cheese? Now, don't interrupt me. I'm not through yet. There's still lots of stuff that I'm planning to do yet. 'Cause maybe I'll be a gorilla masseuse. Or an artist who sculpts out of chocolate mousse. Or a rodeo clown, or a movie director, or maybe a professional pickle inspector, or a big sumo wrestler, or a hedge fund investor, or a smelly pit-sniffing deodorant tester. Ugh, that sounds gross. Or I'll be an expert on nuclear fission, or else a foot model, or a friendly mortician, or waiter, or skater, or master debater, or dinosaur dusting museum curator, or TV repairman, or sidewalk sign waver, or part-time assistant tarantula shaver. And that's about when Mrs. Krupp said, Now, Billy, please make up your mind. This is getting quite silly. Which one of those things are you going to choose? I shuffled around, and I looked at my shoes, and I finally said, my great-grandfather Bob's been a whole lot of things, had a whole bunch of jobs, a butcher, a barber, a bellman, a bouncer, a telephone psychic, and a bingo announcer. You know what? He just turned 103, and he's still not quite sure what he wants to be. See, I'm only 8 now, so frankly I'm hoping he'll cut me some slack if I leave my options open. Just wait and find out what my future brings. Hey, I might have time to do all of those things. And then the bell rang, we all went to lunch, and I was sipping on my pineapple punch. I pondered professions that I'd like to enter, like brave firefighter or crazy inventor. Or maybe, just maybe now, when I grow up, I can be a great teacher like dear Mrs. Krupp. Says Teacher Billy for Mrs. Krupp. Love, Billy. You see, Miss Britt, you can be a bunch of different things in your life. But now since we're playing superhero, which one superhero do you want to play as?
I'm really excited to pretend to be my new favorite superhero, a doctor.
That's a good one. I think I'm going to stick with firefighter.
Oh, this is going to be so much fun. And when we play superhero, okay, I'm going to be a doctor and you're going to be a firefighter, but what do superheroes do?
They help people.
Oh, just like Dr. Welder helped people in the emergency room, and just like my teacher helps me with my schoolwork on my computer, this is going to be so much fun.
Let's do it.
All right. Do you guys want to play superhero at home? What superhero are you going to be?
Ooh, that's a good one. I didn't even think of that one.
Me either. This is going to be really fun. Thanks, guys, for joining us today. Teacher Connor, I had a really good time.
Should we try that superhero high five once more?
Oh, totally.
All right.
Ready, set,
Oh, right. Socially distance.
again.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. See you next time.
Thanks for tuning in to Medford Anywhere Learning TV. Medford School District is a place where all are learning, and learning is for all.
So nice to meet you too, Dr. Champion. And yes, I have a couple of questions. This one's quite serious.
All right.
So, from one champion to another, who are you going to root for?
Well, what are my options?
South Medford Panthers, North Tornadoes.
Whatever team is representing Medford, I guarantee that's the team that I'm going to be rooting for sure.
If you got to make a holiday, what would it be?
Make a holiday. I think I would go with Color Day. Late January, when it's real dark and cold outside, we have our holiday, which is Color Day. And on Color Day, everybody wears their bright colors, like your bright pink. All the cakes are multicolored cakes, and there's confetti and things going up in rainbows, and you name it, there's color everywhere. And we take the gray world and we make it colorful. How's that sound?
Good.
It's pretty good. Thanks.
What state are you from?
I grew up and spent most of my life in Texas. I was born in a small town right in the center of Texas. I started teaching at an elementary school in Houston, Texas. And I taught elementary theater arts for a number of years in the Austin area.
Have you been on Pottermore before?
Have I been on what?
Pottermore.
What is that?
It's a Harry Potter app.
Yes.
So you can take quizzes on it, and like, what's your Patronus and what's your house?
What's your Patronus?
It's a type of dog. I think it's a terrier.
That's so awesome. I'm afraid I'd get on there and be like, my Patronus would be like a chipmunk or something. I mean, I want something ferocious and incredible. I mean, I'm nervous to do this whole what's it called?
Pottermore.
Pottermore. That's awesome. What house are you?
Hufflepuff.
All right, Hufflepuff. That's awesome. I've always appreciated Hufflepuff.
Other countries, such as Finland, they have technology classes such as coding and computing. Do you think our school district could have the budget to implement those kinds of classes in schools?
Great question. As a matter of fact, it's something that the Medford School District has prioritized over the last few years. We've got, for example, the Chromebook rollout that's starting this year with 9th grade, which offers an opportunity for a tool for our students and teachers to be able to access technology very easily, literally in their hands. However, we know that coding is a skill that can grow, and it's definitely something that we are considering looking toward for the future. My son happens to be a computer programmer, and so this is very near and dear to my heart as well, so that's a great question.
What is your favorite type of car?
My favorite type of car is one that runs, that has an air conditioner, and that's pretty much it. I also like good gas mileage. Get me there safely, and have an air conditioner.
What's the first change you want to propose as superintendent, and why?
One of the things that I believe, John, is that it's important that there's not this idea that I'm going to bring all this whole new set of ideas into the system. That actually what we need to do is together, with teachers and with principals and with students and with all of us, the board, coming together and saying, here's who we want to be, here's where we want to go, and then let's talk about then how we get there. So this idea that I'm some sort of magician who has all the tricks to make all those things happen, that's not the way it works. What happens is we together have the best ideas together. And so one of the pieces that I want to bring is to make sure that we're doing that we're bringing the voices of teachers and students and principals, central office folks, and the community together so that we can make some things better.